pot, but it was my first and only time I ever did coke. And then came up with a good song like that. And that was the only song I ever wrote like that. But, you know, we're calling the tour Get It Legal, and there's a reason for it. Because as you know, I did a little time in jail for selling a bong. It wasn't bad, I mean, it could have been worse. I could have not been famous. Oh, no, it wasn't bad. It was weird, because he made me take a drug education course while I was there. Actually, I taught it. I didn't know anything about weed, man. Oh, it's a gateway drug and shit, man. I told him, it's dangerous, dangerous. I said, man, pot's the most friendly drug you'll ever come across. It's the only drug I know where you take a hit, your first impulse is to give it to somebody. We're going around, and all the right-wing people, all the, the Bill O'Reillys and that, they think, oh, it's just an excuse to smoke pot. Oh, yeah, cancer is a good excuse. Yeah, or being in a wheelchair or having MS. Oh, you just got that because you wanted to smoke pot. Fucking dummies, man. We're on the Bill O'Reilly show. By the way, he is the biggest asshole you've ever met in your life. But he's proud of it, man. We're on the show, he goes, I've never smoked pot in my life. And I said, well, that's why you're so angry. And he got all to me, oh, I'm not angry. I'll do it live, I'll do it live. Fucking idiot. He's got the #1 rated show, and he's got a lot of money. He's got a private plane, but what a waste of fucking money, man. Because think about it, no matter where he goes, he's still going to be him. He can be on a big private plane, but he's still the asshole on the private plane. No, the pot thing, man, at first, Cheech and I, we just had a good time because we did our lifestyle on the screen, We were really the first reality show. Because Up in Smoke was... We toned it down a bit, And the JD's character, I wrote her pages of dialogue because I met those chicks, they're all wound up and they can't shut up, man. She talked forever, but she couldn't memorize the whole dialogue. So, but more than anything, pot really brings people together. Like Woodstock, man. Woodstock, there were 5,000 people having babies and just having a great time. And then they tried the second Woodstock, and they tried it with booze, and they ended up with a riot, Booze doesn't make it, man. Pot will save the world. And cocaine. Like I wrote that song, I did a little truth in cocaine. I bought cocaine like a pothead buys pot, by the way. The guy brought me a spoon. It's a little $25 little packet. He gave it to me, and he stood there waiting for me to open pack it up and snort it. And I just put it in my pocket. And he goes, aren't you going to do that? I said, no, fuck no. That spoon lasted me for a month. Because that's why I smoke pot. I take a little tiny bit, And that's what you need, man, for a little tiny bit of time. Then you do a little bit more. And you never did just that little tiny bit. And that's why I did coke, man. But I found out coke is dangerous because it makes you think you know what the fuck you're doing. And the trouble with coke, man, you talk so much you piss yourself off. You know what I mean? You do enough coke, you'll end up in the bathroom looking in the mirror going, will you shut the fuck up? And I think that's why your jaws get tight, you know, because even the body goes, oh, shut the fuck up. Jaws, tighten up. Don't let him talk. And it's an ugly drug too, because it makes people think they're hot shit, you know. Guys, a lot of agents and lawyers and shit in Hollywood, they do coke, you know. And they think they're movers and groovers, you know. They be standing over some chick, you know, at a party, you know, got them cornered and they're talking. They don't know that every time they breathe out, there's a big coke booger comes out. Coke boogers, man, you get them. And you don't know you got them because your nose is frozen. You don't know they do coke until later, you know, like Michael Jackson. You can see he was a cokehead, man. He did so much coke his fucking nose fell off, man. Wouldn't be something you both, oh shit. Don't look at me. What do they do? They snort, and then when their nose gets all fucked up, they find other ways to do it, man. It's a horrible drug. Pot, man. Pot makes you so lazy, man. Even though it's over there and you're sitting here. And you feel like it's over there. That's why it's not legal, man, because marching and marijuana don't go together. We gotta fuck off, man. And it makes music sound so much better than what it really is. But you know why? Pot takes the judgment of character off of it. You know the critic that sits there and criticizes everything, you know? Oh, that chick's not cool, or that guy's not cool. Look what he's wearing. You know, they're judge. When you get on pot, man, you're trying to think, where am I? And that's when you get stopped by cops right away. You know you're guilty because what the fuck? And you're honest. Pot makes you honest, man. That's so, see, stoners ask cops direction with a joint.
I was.
And no fear, because you're not hurting anybody, man. You're just asking direction. Hey, man, can you tell me where... And the laws are so fucked up, man. I mean, it ruined my pot career, you know, in a way. I can't smoke in front of people, you know, because I went through that whole paranoid time, you know, where they had little kids ratting out their parents. Little 5-year-old kids, you know, telling their teacher, you know, my daddy smokes that stuff, you know. And so now, man, I get so paranoid when I see a little 4-year-old, you know. Stone, you know, and I'll go up on the roof or on the basement.
The whole thing to them.
I'll be up on the roof and a little 4-year-old come up.
No, the whole, like, I only have a quad on. Yeah, just on the quad.
Where's your mom?
Yeah.
We have to sit.
Yeah, we still have any. We have it.
Alright. Snitch. Shelby, isn't she great? She doesn't smoke pot, but she's been around me so much, she's got a habit. Just a contact high, you know, just being next to me. But she did a pothead thing one time with the 4-year-old in the car. Like, she was just learning how to drive and she totaled my car on one side. And then faked like someone, oh, I don't know what happened. And my 4-year-old sitting there, Mommy wrecked the car, Dad. So there are little snitches